If you are over the age of 65 or have a senior in your life, then this video is for you. I'm going to share with you 4 nuts that you must eat after 65 and 4 nuts that you should never touch. Starting with the first nut that you absolutely need to be eating if you are over 65 years old, and that is walnuts. Now, walnuts have been shown in many studies to improve brain health and potentially reduce the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain health. They also contain antioxidants and other nutrients that can help protect the brain from damage. One study found that eating walnuts can increase blood flow to the brain, which can improve cognitive performance. Another study showed that walnuts can help improve memory and attention in healthy older adults. And yet another study found that walnuts may help slow the progression of Alzheimer's disease. So if you're over 65, I highly recommend that you start eating more walnuts. You can eat them raw, you can eat them roasted, you can add them to your salads, you can add them to your yogurt, you can add them to your oatmeal, or you can simply enjoy them as a snack. But please do not buy walnut oil, because what they do is they extract the oil from the walnut, and they don't use the actual walnut. So it's not the same thing. It's very low quality. Please stick with the real walnut. Aim for about a small handful per day, and you will notice a difference. The second nut that you absolutely need to be eating if you are over 65 is almonds. Almonds are an excellent source of vitamin E, which is an antioxidant that can help protect against cognitive decline and other age-related diseases. They also contain magnesium, which is important for maintaining healthy bones and preventing osteoporosis. In addition, almonds are rich in fiber, which can help regulate digestion and prevent constipation, which becomes a big problem as we get older. Almonds also contain healthy fats, protein, and several other nutrients that can help keep you feeling full and satisfied, which can aid in weight management. There is also some evidence to suggest that almonds may help lower blood sugar levels, which is important for people with diabetes or those at risk for it. Plus, almonds are very versatile. You can eat them raw, you can roast them yourself at home, you can add them to your salads, you can make almond milk, you can make almond flour, you can make almond butter, which is very low in sugar compared to peanut butter. Just make sure when you buy almond butter, it's just pure almond butter, nothing else. There are many brands out there that add a lot of sugar and a lot of salt. So please read the label and make sure it's just one ingredient, which is almond. If you are over 65, aim for about 23 almonds per day. That is what most studies used in their research. Now moving on to the third nut that you absolutely need to be eating if you are over 65 years old. This nut is actually not a nut, but it's a seed. It's called sunflower seeds. Now sunflower seeds are rich in vitamin E, which again is an antioxidant that can help protect against cognitive decline and other age-related diseases. They also contain a significant amount of selenium, which is another powerful antioxidant that can help support heart health and boost the immune system. Additionally, sunflower seeds are a good source of protein, fiber, and several other vitamins and minerals that can help keep you feeling full and satisfied. Now, one study found that eating sunflower seeds can help reduce inflammation in the body, which is important for reducing the risk of chronic diseases, such as heart disease and cancer. Other studies showed that sunflower seeds can help lower blood pressure, which is important for people with hypertension. And yet another study found that sunflower seeds may help improve cholesterol levels, which can help reduce the risk of heart disease. So if you are over 65, I highly recommend that you start eating more sunflower seeds. You can eat them raw, you can roast them yourself at home, you can add them to your salads, you can make sunflower seed butter, which is delicious. I love it. Again, just make sure when you buy sunflower seed butter, it's just pure sunflower seed butter, nothing else added. Aim for about 1 ounce of sunflower seeds per day. If you cannot have them raw, you can always get them roasted. Okay, the fourth nut that you absolutely need to be eating if you are over 65 is Brazil nuts. These nuts are a true nutritional powerhouse, containing more than twice the amount of selenium than any other food, including seafood. Selenium is a powerful antioxidant that can help protect against cognitive decline and other age-related diseases. Brazil nuts are also an excellent source of healthy fats, protein, fiber, and several other vitamins and minerals. Now, one study found that eating Brazil nuts can help reduce inflammation in the body, which is important for reducing the risk of chronic diseases, such as heart disease and cancer. Another study showed that Brazil nuts can help lower blood sugar levels, which is important for people with diabetes or those at risk for it. And yet another study found that Brazil nuts may help improve cholesterol levels, which can help reduce the risk of heart disease. So if you are over 65, I highly recommend that you start eating more Brazil nuts. You can eat them raw, you can roast them yourself at home, you can add them to your salads, you can make Brazil nut milk. And aim for about 2 to 4 Brazil nuts per day. Don't eat more than that, because they're very strong and they're very concentrated. And 2 to 4 will give you all the benefits that I talked about. Alright, now let's talk about the 4 nuts that you should never touch if you're over 65 years old. The first nut on my no list is pistachio. Now, pistachios have a high amount of both healthy fats and protein. However, they also contain a high amount of sodium. And as we age, our bodies become more sensitive to sodium, which can lead to water retention, increased blood pressure, and even worsen kidney problems. In fact, one study found that consuming a diet high in pistachio can significantly increase blood pressure in people over the age of 60. Pistachios also contain phytic acid, which can interfere with the absorption of certain minerals such as calcium, making it harder to maintain strong bones and teeth. Plus, pistachios are often roasted in salted oil, which adds to the overall sodium content. So if you are over 65, I recommend avoiding pistachios altogether. The next nut on my no list is macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are high in saturated fat, which can raise LDL or bad cholesterol levels, increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. High levels of LDL cholesterol can also lead to the buildup of plaque in the arteries, which can restrict blood flow and increase the risk of cardiovascular events. In fact, one study found that consuming a diet high in monosaturated fats, such as those found in macadamia nuts, can significantly increase LDL cholesterol levels in people over the age of 65. Macadamia nuts also contain oxalates, which are compounds that can contribute to the formation of kidney stones. Kidney stones can be extremely painful and can lead to serious complications if left untreated. So if you are over 65, I recommend avoiding macadamia nuts altogether. The third nut on my no list is nutmeg. Nutmeg is a spice that comes from the seeds of the nutmeg tree, has a strong flavor, and is often used in small amounts in baking and cooking. However, nutmeg also contains a high amount of a compound called myristicin. Myristicin is a psychoactive substance that can cause a range of effects, including hallucinations, delirium, and convulsions. In fact, as little as 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg can cause these effects. This makes nutmeg a potential risk for older adults who may be more sensitive to the effects of psychoactive substances. Now, in addition to its psychoactive effects, nutmeg also contains a high amount of oxalates, which can contribute to the formation of kidney stones, as well as a high amount of saturated fat, which can raise LDL or bad cholesterol levels. So if you are over 65, I recommend avoiding nutmeg altogether. And the fourth nut on my no list is pine nuts. Pine nuts are high in calories, which can lead to weight gain and obesity. Obesity increases the risk of developing a number of chronic conditions, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Pine nuts also contain a high amount of phosphorus, which can interfere with the absorption of other minerals such as calcium, making it harder to maintain strong bones and teeth. Pine nuts are also a common allergen and can trigger severe allergic reactions in some people. So if you are over 65, I recommend avoiding pine nuts altogether. Now before you go, please click on this video on the screen to get more helpful tips on how to stay healthy and live vibrantly as you age. And if you're benefiting from any of my content, please share your success story in the link down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.